So exactly what are the strongest Scarlet and Violet sets? Welcome back to the Chase Card, guys. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at all 9 Scarlet and Violet sets that have been released by Pokemon so far. Now, there's been 6 regular sets, which have booster boxes, and 3 holiday sets. I'm simply going to rank all of them in order from weakest to strongest based on the total combined value of those top 10 Chase cards within each set. Now, in past videos, I would give my recommendation on which I think is the best investment based on those numbers. I'm not necessarily going to do that in today's video. I'm just going to give you the raw numbers, the raw data on which ones have the most expensive Chase cards and which ones have the cheapest Chase cards. You guys can go away and work out which ones you want to invest in and take it from there. Let's just get straight into it. Okay guys, ranked dead last on this list as the absolute weakest set so far from the Scarlet and Violet era is none other than Obsidian Flames. I'm sorry if you love Obsidian Flames, and look, as a collector or as a hobbyist, if you just want to buy Obsidian Flames, open the packets and have fun collecting, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. There are some really good artworks in this set. There are some really nice cards. The number 1 Chase card is that Charizard, which we're going to have a quick look at in a minute. But as far as the top 10 Chase cards in each of these sets, the top 10 in this set only works out at a combined value of $125, ranking this number 8 on this list. Now, I said there are 9 sets, but I'm going to rank them from 8 to 1 because there are 2 sets on this list that are of equal value. We're going to get to that soon in the video. But this is number 8 and the absolute weakest set so far from the Scarlet and Violet era. Again, there's nothing wrong with it as a collector, but as an investor, it's just a weak set, guys. It is what it is. That's the numbers. $125 for the top 10 Chase cards. To be fair, the booster box has gone up 9% in the last 3 months. So long term, like I say, even the weakest sets with Pokemon, long term, do have a decent return. Generally speaking. But that's the weakest set so far. Here's the top Chase cards from Obsidian Flames. Obviously, you can see in the corner there, you've got that Charizard EX. And then the second most expensive is a Charizard EX, the gold one, at $18. The most expensive one, $43. The second, $18. After that, the third most expensive card, this Ninetales, you can see here, goes down to $11. Pardon me, guys. And then we just start, after the third most expensive card in this set, we just start going down under $10 immediately. There's some really nice artworks in this set. That Reveroom is not too bad. The Skizor or Scizor, the Skizor is not too bad, and the Charizards are quite nice in this set. There's not a lot of home runs in this set. Like, there's not a lot of exciting cards. That Clefairy's pretty cool, but there's just not a lot of value, guys. It is what it is. Let's move on to the 7th strongest set, which is the Scarlet and Violet base set. Now, the last 3 months, this booster box is up 4%, which is not a lot. Currently $95 for the booster box. The Scarlet and Violet base set is the 7th strongest set, or second last weakest set, however you want to look at it. Glass is half full, glass is half empty. But that's ranked number 7 as the 7th strongest set, or second weakest set so far. The number 1 Chase card from Scarlet and Violet base is this Miriam. You can see in the top corner here. We'll just quickly open it. Now this is going for $25. It's down it's up 1%. It's up 1% in 3 months. But like $25 for the number 1 Chase card is really dismal. I remember when this set was brand new and this Miriam was going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars in a PSA 10. I think people were paying like $700 in a PSA 10 for a Miriam. But it's a nice artwork, to be fair. It's a nice artwork. And you've got that Pikachu in the window in the top corner there. So there's some nice artworks in these cards, and if you put money and value aside, a lot of these sets, even the cheaper value sets, have some really cool artworks. Like, look at the artworks in Scarlet and Violet base. You've got the Miriam, the Gardevoir's nice, the Miraidon EX is really nice. Even that Ralts is quite a nice card. You've got the Curlier there, quite a nice card. The Koraidon here, like the Railu. If you go down here, this Penny Trainer card, supporter card. The Great Tusk EX. Like, there's some really cool artworks in this set. So putting money aside, this is quite a fun set to open. But it is a very weak set. The numbers don't lie, guys. And the top 10 Chase cards in Scarlet and Violet base add up to $147. In Obsidian Flames, the top 10 Chase cards was $125. Scarlet and Violet base, the top 10 Chase cards is $147. So you can see, guys, I'm not having a dig at this set. I'm not saying in this video which one's the best investment or worst investment. It's going to be pretty obvious to you guys anyway. I'm simply going through the weakest to strongest, as I've said multiple times now, based on the value of those top chase cards. $147 for the top 10 chase cards is not great, guys. It's not great. So that's the 7th on this list. The Paradox Rift, number 6, the 6th strongest set so far from Scarlet and Violet. This booster box for Paradox Rift is up almost 4% in 3 months. A lot of these sets are not that old, so you can't expect massive growth right now. I think the Paldea Evolved is probably taken off the most, but we're going to get to that soon. This is the 6th strongest on this list. The top 10 chase cards in Paradox Rift add up to $274. Scarlet and Violet base was $147. Paradox Rift $247. So you can see straight away from Scarlet and Violet base to Paradox Rift, we've almost doubled in value the top 10 chase cards. Now, it's my opinion, guys, based on the history of these investments and these Pokemon sets. It's my opinion and my observation, and I think a lot of you would tend to agree, most of you. When the top 10, 15 chase cards are quite expensive, their sets do quite well as an investment. And when the top 5, 10, 15 chase cards are really cheap, really weak, the sets as an investment tend to do poorly. The history tells us that. There are no absolutes, there are anomalies within the hobby where that's not the case, but that's a general rule of thumb, guys. So that's why it's important to understand the numbers of these cards. Here's the Paradox Rift top chase cards. Again, Scarlet and Violet has really been delivering some really good artworks. I've been quite impressed with the Scarlet and Violet era so far. I was a little bit skeptical at first, but there's some really nice cards coming out of Scarlet and Violet. The most expensive chase card from Paradox Rift, $56 for this Roaring Moon EX. I'll just open this up quickly. It's down 5% over the last 3 months, currently $56. But there it is, Roaring Moon EX, $56. Not a crazy expensive chase card. That's quite a poor number. Actually, if we go back, it probably had a high back here in sort of late May, early June of $69. It's come off a little bit since then. It's quite a nice card, and again, there are some really nice cards in this set. That Gholdengo is a really nice card. The Groudon's nice. Even that Garchomp's pretty cool. A lot of people like this Steelix, if you can see that Steelix, which is a number 8 chase card. But $56, $57 for the top chase card, $46 for the second, $29 for the third. The top 5 chase cards are all over $20, and the top 6, 7, 8, 9, the top 9 chase cards are all over $15. So it's got some depth and it's got some good artworks. But this is number 6 on the list, guys. It's not the strongest set when it comes to the value of those chase cards, though in time things can change. You'll have to bear with me, guys, if I sound a bit clogged up. I'm just getting over a cold, which is why I haven't done many videos lately, and this one's a little bit late going up, so please forgive me. But Paldea Evolved, now this is number 5 on the list, okay? The 5th strongest set from the Scarlet and Violet era so far. And this may surprise a lot of you guys, because I know when I watch a lot of other collectors and hobbyists, small content creators like myself, they tend to lean toward Paldea Evolved being the best set so far from Scarlet and Violet, the best regular set. And it is one of my preferred sets as well as a collector and as an investor. But the top 10 chase cards in Paldea Evolved add up to $375. So basically $100 more than the top 10 from Paradox Rift. So quite a strong set. And the artworks in this set are really nice. The booster box is up 16% in 3 months. Here's the top chase cards. Obviously, we all know that Magikarp has just gone from strength to strength. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. Not quickly, slowly, but surely. And that Magikarp in a PSA 10 is very difficult to get. It's just very hard to grade in a 10. Collectors love it. It's a very sought after card, and it's really carrying Paldea Evolved. The Iono is very nice. The Raichu, the Tyranitar. Look, there's a lot of cards in this set that have really nice artworks. Even when we go down here to the Meowscarada, or go down further, the Fuecoco, the Boss's Orders, like this Grusha down here, if you can see that. All really nice artworks. This is a really fun set to open. It's a fairly strong set to invest in, and that's why a lot of content creators in my space have been saying that this is the best. The best is a very blanket statement, and it's a very personal opinion. I want to look at the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. Now, this is my preferred set from the regular sets. This is my preferred set. But as an investor, I have to be honest, it's not the strongest set so far, guys. It just isn't. The numbers are telling us that. Now, again, $117 for that Magikarp, $68 for the Iono, the second most expensive, $47 for the third most expensive. We've got the top 4, 5, 6 chase cards are all over 20. The top 8 are over 15, so quite a strong set. And that Magikarp and Iono really carrying this set, especially that Magikarp. So, not a bad set to have in your investment, in your collection, and a really, really fun set to open. Paldea Evolved, I absolutely love it, but I have to give an unbiased look at what the numbers are doing, and this is the 5th strongest set so far from Scarlet and Violet. Moving on, Paldean Fates. Now, this ETB is down about 7%, and these ETBs have been going really cheap lately. I picked up 4 of these on Amazon recently for, I think it was 49 Aussie dollars, which is about, I think that's about 33, 34 US dollars, something like that. Call it 30 to 35 US dollars. And they're still really cheap over here in Australia. But really fun set to open. Lots of great shinies. This is ranked equal with Paldea Evolved as the 5th strongest set so far from the Scarlet and Violet era. Also coming to $375 for the top 10 chase cards. Exactly the same as Paldea Evolved. Now, you could argue which one of those is best value for money based on the price of the ETB versus the price of the booster box and how many packets you get in each and all of that. That's not what this video is about. I'm not going to say which one of these is the better investment or the best value for money based on the purchase price of those products and so on. Again, I'm strictly just giving you the value of the top 10. And the top 10 in here are $375. The top 10 in Paldea Evolved are also $375. They are neck and neck. You guys pick which one you want to invest in. The Charizard EX, the number 1 chase card, $109. The Mew EX, $84. And this Gardevoir is doing quite well at $48. We go to the top 4, 5, 6 chase cards are all over 20. The top 7 are all over 15. And then they start dropping down with that Snorlax at 12. The Penny at 12. The top 12, 13 chase cards are basically all over $10. So it's got some depth. The top 12, top 13 chase cards all over $10. It's got some strong depth. But that Mew EX and that Charizard, those 2 most expensive chase cards, are really sought after. They're really loved by collectors in general. And it really is carrying Paldean Fates as quite a strong set. Now, when Paldean Fates came out, again, I was quite skeptical about it. I just thought those shinies weren't exciting enough. But the shinies are really good, popular Pokemon with the Charmeleon, the Charmander, the Pikachu, the Snorlax. And then you've got that Iono over here, the 5th most expensive card. Even that's a really nice Iono. And again, I love the Ionos. But guys, there it is. This is ranked equal 5th with Paldea Evolved. Paldean Fates and Paldea Evolved are equally 5th on this list. 5th strongest set. The 4th strongest set so far to come out of the Scarlet and Violet era is Temporal Forces. The booster box is quite flat on the 3 months. Again, it's a very new set. You can't expect big growth just yet from this set. But this will do well, guys. This will do really well. I hate to admit it, Temporal Forces is simply stronger. Again, I've got to go with the numbers. I love Paldea Evolved. I love Paldean Fates. They're probably my 2 favourite sets. Apart from 151, which we're going to get into. But really fun sets. But anyway, guys, I digress. Temporal Forces, the 4th on this list. The top 10 most expensive chase cards from Temporal Forces add up to $395. So slightly above, about $20 in front of Paldea Evolved. So again, if you're looking at this video in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever, this can really shift. If these prices drop slightly and Paldea Evolved prices rise slightly, Paldea Evolved will come off as a stronger set long term, potentially. But right now, early to mid-August 2024, Temporal Forces slightly edges out Paldea Evolved and Paldean Fates, and is the 4th strongest on this list. Here's the top chase cards from Temporal Forces. You've got that Raging Bolt EX, number 1, $80. Iron Crown EX, $63. Then the Walking Wake at $47. Even this Iron Leaves at $40. I'm not crazy about the cards in this set, though I do like that Iron Crown, the number 2 chase card. I really like that artwork. Other than that, I mean, they're not bad artworks. They're just not necessarily Pokemon I'm too interested in. But if we look at the top, chase cards, The top 6, 7, 8, 9. The top 9 chase cards are all over 20. The top 12 chase cards are all over 15. So really strong set, lots of depth. And again, those top 10 chase cards in Temporal Forces add up to $395, putting this as the 4th strongest set so far from Scarlet and Violet. Now the 3rd strongest set so far from Scarlet and Violet. I might get some heat for this one because I'm coming in very early. This is a brand new set and these single card prices will probably drop quite significantly and push this set further down the list in time. But right now I have to add it to the list. I don't think it'll stay there, but right now it's the 3rd strongest set from Scarlet and Violet, and that's Shrouded Fable. I recently did a video on this before it was released and naming that video Shrouded Fail because I didn't think this was going to be a very good set, very lackluster set. You can't always make these big bold predictions before a set comes out because they can quite often surprise you, these sets. And Shrouded Fable has come out of the gates quite strong. Again, I think the prices are going to drop. It's currently $40 for an ETB, and I think you'll get them cheaper than that in time. The top chase card is Cassiopeia, $82, followed by the Pheasantipity at $72. And even the 3rd most expensive chase card, this Earthen Vessel, $54. The Okidogi, $34. So you've got the top 10 chase cards in this set, believe it or not. The top 10 chase cards in Shrouded Fable, which was getting so much hate, even from me, I've got to be honest, even from me, add up to $402, guys. $402 for the top 10 chase cards in Shrouded Fable. Again, in a week, a month, 2 months, these prices could plummet. We don't know yet. They will probably drop. By how much, I don't know. But Shrouded Fable is 3rd on this list. Now, I know I'm probably going to get some heat in the comments about how this is not necessarily a great set to invest in. Again, this video is not about that. This video is simply giving you the value of the top chase cards. Shrouded Fable, so far so good. But again, in time, that's going to change for sure, and this will get pushed further down the list, guys. So take that with a grain of salt. So 3rd strongest Shrouded Fable so far. Can you believe that? Coming out of the gate strong. Now, Pokemon 151. This is the 2nd strongest set based on the top 10 chase cards. The UPC you can see here, $125. These are US dollars, up 14% in 3 months. Now this UPC is climbing; it's doing quite well. I'm glad I was able to pick up a couple and hold on to them. I opened way too many, but we got some massive hits out of it, so I'm glad. I can't be mad that I opened them. But great sealed investment. The top 10 chase cards in 151 add up to $438, guys. $438 for those top 10 chase cards, and here they are here. Oh, damn. Oh, my throat's killing me. Okay. The Charizard EX, $126. Again, we pulled this card when we opened up our 2nd UPC. That Blastoise EX, $51. One of my favourite cards from this set. It's just such a gangster card. I love it so much. And then you got the Venusaur 43. We're not going to go through all of them, guys. The top 10 chase cards in 151, like I say, add up to $438. And there's some really cool artworks. Look at that War Turtle down there. There's so many. Like I just can't go through them all. I'll be here all day. But we all know 151 is a crowd favourite, a fan favourite, and for good reason, guys. Quite valuable chase cards inside. Lovely artworks. Hell of a set, absolute masterclass 151, and coming in as the 2nd strongest set so far from the Scarlet and Violet era. Number one, baby, the most recent regular set that has a booster box, Twilight Masquerade, and this is up 12% in 3 months. I don't even think it's been out 3 months yet, has it? Maybe it has. But up 12 months over the last few months, $121 for a booster box. Now, the top 10 chase cards in Twilight Masquerade, are you ready for this? Adds up to $751. The nearest was 151, which was $438. We've gone up more than $300 from 151 to Twilight Masquerade. More than $300 more for those top 10 chase cards. And here they are here. That Greninja obviously carrying this set so strong. $301 now. Cracking $300 raw, ungraded for this Greninja. Wow. Guys, Twilight Masquerade, when I first saw this set coming out, I was like, this is going to be a nothing burger. This is going to be such a lackluster set. Damn, was I wrong. I mean, this is why you can't make too many predictions. You're just going to look like an idiot in the future. That's why I just love to track the numbers. But, you know, I have to admit, man, this set has gone gangbusters. That Greninja I thought was going to tank to under $100 at one point. I think it went down to about $125. Out the gates, it dropped a little bit and then just shot up from there. Carmine, $91. That's come down a little bit. It was $100 recently. That's probably my favorite card, I'd say, from this set is that Carmine. I love that card. And then, like, you just go down, you've got the Perrin, the Kieran. The top 5 chase cards are all over $50. That's crazy. Even the top 10, 11, the top 11 chase cards are all over 20. Guys, I know I said this is not an investment video. This is just telling you which ones are the strongest sets. But how can you not think Twilight Masquerade is going to be a good investment? Hello. Like $751 for the top 10 chase cards. Get your hands on it. Get it while you can. But there you go. There's the 9 sets so far from the Scarlet and Violet era. Ranked from weakest to strongest. The raw data, the raw numbers, completely unbiased opinions. Like I said, Paldea Evolved and Paldea and Fates are my favourite sets. Oh, 151 of course. But Paldea Evolved, definitely my favourite regular set. But hey, Twilight Masquerade, it's the strongest. It's just the strongest. It is what it is. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Twilight Masquerade. What's your favourite Scarlet and Violet set so far? Which ones are you keen to invest in? Thanks for watching the Chase Card, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.